Next question. Jocko, I'm not sure I agree with your statements not to pursue belts in jiu-jitsu. It doesn't seem wrong to me to benchmark success using a rise in rank as a quantifiable measure of success. As a person is working to master their craft, any craft, it's nice to have markers for accomplishment and engagement. Why have belts if they're not to be strived for? Or why have them, right?
Yeah, and that's actually a little conversation I had that as soon as he asked me this is with Brandon, Brandon Pickworth.
Yeah.
He's been around like since day one in the game here. Yeah. And we were going back and forth on something. He actually sent me this random, because he sent me texts about stuff, whatever, we're doing some projects and whatnot. And he sent me this random thing. Well, I guess it's random to me. It was random to him. Maybe he just listened to a podcast where we were talking about this, but he said, hey, I don't know what to agree with this stuff about belts.
Yeah.
And so, and by the way, Brandon had a goal of doing 100 burpees in 10 minutes. Brandon is in good shape. He's an athlete, athletic dude. And for some reason, he can't do 100 burpees in 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. I don't know where he's at right now. We are publicly calling him out to post his,
Video. No cuts.
Yeah. Or maybe he doesn't have to post the whole thing. I'd take his word for it because he's owned it a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. He'll do 100 in, or no, I think what he's been doing 10 minutes worth, however many he can do. Mm-hmm. He gets like 84.
Yeah.
And he'll post it like, hey, I did 84 in 10 minutes.
Was that, you can do 10 sets of 10?
Yeah, 10 sets at 10 every minute.
Yeah, or something. It'd have to be less because actual burpees will take a certain amount of time. Yeah.
10,
that's kind of hard.
I'm telling you, 10 in a minute is not that hard.
Yeah, but plus your rest.
10 burpee pull-ups in a minute is harder.
Yeah.
But still a good measure. So just regular burpees. Mm-hmm. But back to the conversation.
Sure. I'm going to try that, by the way. Okay.
So Brandon hit me up, and I understand belts. And it's because we've said on here, like, don't worry about belts, don't worry about the belts are going to come. I understand belts, and I understand trying to earn a rank, and that's cool. But I'm telling you, at some point, and I think this will happen to everybody, at some point, jiu-jitsu becomes a lot more than just belts. Mm-hmm. And eventually, the jiu-jitsu itself completely bypasses what the belts are and what the belts mean. Now, you could say back to me like, well, that's because you're a black belt.
Yeah.
And so that's why you feel that way, because of course they don't matter to you. You're already a black belt, so but the fact is that didn't happen to me at black belt. That happened to me at like purple belt. I think about midway of my purple belt time, I had no care whatsoever of what belt color I was. It was literally zero. Mm. And I just wanted to get better. I just wanted to know more. I just wanted to keep training, and never even thought about it after that. And even like degrees on your black belt. Mm-hmm. Like Pete, I was talking to Pete Roberts the other day, and he's like, well, what degree are you? He's a black belt. I'm a black belt. He's like, what degree are you? And I was like, I don't know. I got my black belt in 2005. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the tape on there with how many degrees I am. Not that I don't respect it, but I just don't care for me personally. So, and I think that this isn't, like he's like Brandon's talking about, to master any craft. I think it's the same with any craft that you're trying to master.
Yeah.
If you're trying to master the craft, hopefully and eventually the craft itself becomes more important than the rank that comes with being skilled at the craft.
Yeah.
That's what I would hope for. That's what, by the way, that also makes it a lot easier to keep pursuing, because I don't care. Mm-hmm. I'm not sitting there going, I hope I get a stripe on my belt today. No, I don't care if I get a stripe on my belt. I want to go learn more.
Yeah.
And guess what's going to propel you towards more stripes? Wanting to learn more.
Yeah.
Wanting more stripes does not propel you towards getting more stripes. Yeah. What propels you towards getting more stripes and getting advanced in any craft is getting better at that craft. So focus on getting better at the craft.
Yes, sir.
The belts are going to come.
Yes, sir.
Even your belt's going to come one day.
Preach it. I'm not concerned with belts. So
we're glad you're not, because you ain't got much in your future.
Nonetheless, yeah. And I think that it's like a matter of perspective. Okay, first off, you being a black belt and thinking that or whatever and be like, yeah, that's easy. It seems like that's obvious that, it's easy for you to say because you're a black belt, but at the same time, it doesn't kind of go along with that detachment thing. It's like, hey, I'm not in the game. There's no reason for me to be striving for any belt right now. So I can be detached. I'm not emotionally invested in the whole situation. I can look back and at the same time understand when I came up, me being focused on belts would not have got me here.
Yeah.
You know, like you have that clear vision. That's natural. It's a natural thing to be like a blue belt. And I wish I could wear that purple belt and everyone would know me and respect me as a purple belt. And obviously,
I'm tapping some of the purple belts right now.
Yeah. And bro, this is a side note. I don't know if you know this, but if you know the feeling of wanting that purple belt really bad, and I just want that purple belt, and your skills from your instructor standpoint don't match purple belt, and promotion time comes along and you're okay, this is the time I get my and you don't get that purple belt, bro, you know how sad you're gonna be?
Real
bro,
sad.
I've known people that quit the gym straight up because they didn't get promoted on a certain day.
And you know what that is? That's really sad.
It's sad from top to bottom for sure. That's a side note, but
I guess sad wasn't even the right word. Well, it's sad for them.
Yes.
Like, because if you're in that zone where you should be getting your purple belt at some time, maybe this promotion, maybe next promotion, maybe some other promotion, that means you're dedicated to jiu-jitsu, and now you're just going to walk away because you didn't get the belch.
Yeah. It's rough. And like I said, like that state of mind can really, really jam you up. Yeah, man. True story. And I've heard of people where they didn't get their belt and then maybe someone else did. Not maybe, straight up other people did. And it was their belt, you know? Like
they got all mad.
Super mad to the point where they're vocal about it. I tapped that guy out. Why did he get his belt? Openly saying that. So, it'll jam you up, just that whole mindset.
One thing, I would say to those people that might be thinking that way, from my perspective and from many jiu-jitsu instructors, you're advancing and you're getting promoted based on your potential, not based on your skill level against other people.
Your
because
ability to...
you might be, you might not have a lot of potential, and so you know what? Hey, man, the guy's he can't train. He's 68 years old, and he's been training for a year and a half. He's learned a lot of knowledge. He's here all the time. Yeah. He can't tap out any other blue belts. We're giving him his blue belt. Because for potential of him as a 68-year-old man that never worked out before, and now he's training jiu-jitsu, dude, that guy's a blue belt.
Yeah.
Now, the further you go up, black belt is a little bit more serious. So is brown, so is purple. But I'm saying you're getting judged against yourself, and that's an extreme example.
By someone else, by the way, not by yourself. You're being judged by your instructor, not yourself.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So yeah, man, and that's an important thing to understand.
And what's to your point, everything that we're talking about right now makes jiu-jitsu suck. Right? It makes jiu-jitsu it'll make you mad, it'll make you frustrated, it'll make it political, and this guy got it and I didn't know. That's for me, I just don't even like that stuff.
Yeah.
Don't even like that stuff.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, your instructor is going to promote you.
Yeah.
Until then, keep training.
Yeah.
And by the way, also in your work skills, when you're ready to get promoted, you'll get promoted.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready, you won't. Or there's not an opening, you won't. You know what you do to solve that? Don't get frustrated. Don't get all crazy. Don't blame the guy that did get promoted. Don't undermine him. Yeah. You know what you do? Keep kicking ass.
Yep.
Wait, next time it'll be your turn.
Yep.
Enjoy what you're doing. Master your craft.
Yes, sir.
Don't let your craft become your master. I just said that.
Yeah, dang, I liked it.
Yeah, and that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
You let the thing control you instead of you controlling the thing. Instead of you mastering it, it's starting to master you and get in your head. Bad.
Yeah. But he does make a good point, and here's the thing: is that this is a mix of perspectives. So, or a clashing of perspectives, where he's like, as a person working to master their craft, any craft, it's nice to have markers for accomplishment and engagement. It's true.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually texted back to him. I'm like, hey man, I know I'm not normal.
Yeah,
I'm not normal.
Yeah,
and all I need is a rock and a hill.
Yeah,
that's what I texted to him, and he laughed. Right, but so there are normal people that need to have I want a goal, I want to have a checkpoint, and that's okay.
Yeah,
and that's why, guess what? there are belts in jiu-jitsu, and you can get stripes. We don't really give a lot of stripes out at Victory, like me, Jeff Glover, Dean Lister, Craig, James. I mean, we'll give out like occasional stripes, for various reasons, but most of the time it's like, oh, the guy's ready for his next belt. Right. Let's give it to him.
Yeah, and usually the stripes that's a subtle thing in my opinion. Like the stripes don't reflect much compared to what belts do, Yeah. Nonetheless, I mean, cool.
But back in the day, you'd see like a 4-stripe blue belt.
Right.
That guy was the deal.
I guess. I don't know. But he's saying,
and you know what? To degrade what you're saying and what Brandon's saying, when we do a lot of stripes and a lot of different colored belts, kids.
Right. And
kids
that's going to be the point. Yeah.
And as a grown-ass adult, Brandon... as a grown man, you should be like, I'm just here to learn.
Yeah.
Here to get after it.
Well, to me, what he's saying doesn't clash with what you're saying, in my opinion.
No.
It's
the other thing with Brandon is, I don't know him that well, but, we go back and forth a lot. He's a guy that's like metric driven, like I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. And that's awesome. That's what makes him successful in what he does and the craft that he has mastered. Very successful. But he likes to have those measurements. He likes to have metrics to go off and say, look, I just crushed this goal. Boom, done.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, and so with belts it's going to be a little bit different, just like with promotions, and based on skill. So he says it's nice to have markers, and here's the thing: it is nice, of course.
Nice
after when you got your black belt, for you to say, I don't care the fact that I got this black belt, I don't care about that at all. I don't know if I would believe that.
No. You'd be correct.
Yeah.
You'd be correct. I was stoked.
Yeah. It's just a matter of what you're striving for.
Dean kind of surprised me too. Like I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
Which should tell you something.
Yes.
I wasn't in there like, tonight's probably gonna be the big night. No, I like showed up at the gym and trained or whatever. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was special ceremony time. And I got the black belt. Yeah. And I was stoked for sure.
Yeah.
I was stoked. But you know what's funny is like at the team, like people like, I don't know who heard about it, but people were like, hey man, I heard you got your black belt. And I was like, yeah. But I didn't tell anyone.
Right.
I wasn't like, hey everyone, I got my black belt.
Yeah. Right. But
though, you know what belt I cared the most about was my purple belt.
Yeah.
When I got my purple belt, I was super pumped.
Yeah.
At that time, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Getting your purple belt. I got my purple belt from Fabio Santos.
Yeah.
He wasn't giving away them purple belts either.
No.
Back in the day. You had to earn that thing.
Yeah, and you know what? And I don't know, because obviously I wasn't there at that time, but I think it's always going to be like that. Well, if you get a purple belt, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
even
purple belt's
now,
a big deal.
it seems like less of a big deal.
Purple belt is definitely a big deal.
But because there's just so many people now doing jiu-jitsu.
No, purple belt is a legitimate, when you're a purple belt, you will not lose in a fight to a normal person.
No.
In my opinion. Could you get caught with a punch? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But a normal, you've got a very high percentage of winning a fight against a normal person if you are a purple belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
A good purple belt.
Yeah.
Meaning not someone that just like got a purple belt for no reason.
Right.
If you're a real purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I mean, a purple belt, you're rolling, like when I roll with a purple belt, it's a good roll.
Yeah.
It's a good roll. It's not like, oh, this guy's just a purple belt.
Right.
Blue belt, most blue belts, you don't have to worry about much of anything.
Yeah.
When you're at a higher level.
Yes. I think.
I mean, you're not worrying when you're rolling with most blue belts, right?
I'm worried when I roll with everybody.
Yeah.
That's just how I am.
No. Worried?
No. I'm just joking. Yeah, I dig it. And it's not
I'm
about
saying you're
me
disrespectful.
winning.
No, I'm not saying you're
It's
disrespectful, but I'm not saying you're disrespectful to a blue belt. But realistically, that chances are there's no possible way for them to submit you. Yeah. Very small chance.
Purple belt, the skill levels don't match
purple
up.
Belt slap a triangle on you or something. And purple belt grab your arm somewhere.
Oh yeah.
That can happen. Noah, you rolled with Noah lately?
Yeah, he tapped me out.
Oh dang.
Well, yeah, not like but yeah, like within the last year.
Yeah. He straightened my arm out real far.
Yeah.
I had to go into level 9 defense mode.
Sense of urgency escalated.
Yeah. Oh, I went to full, and he surprised me. That was the thing. We were rolling, and all of a sudden, and he's a purple belt. There you have it. There's a classic example.
In the defense.
Good Noah. I'm
going
to give him a nickname right now. Good Noah, because he's good,
and he's very handsome. By the way, he's better than your typical.
I'll let you judge that one.
But he's better than a typical purple belt, though. He's really good.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, to your point, that's exactly to your point, though. If you have a purple belt, you're
Yes.
you don't have many holes.
No.
You know, maybe some timing things, maybe some, whatever.
No, you're
but
good.
Yeah.
He's a
legit.
classic example.
Yeah.
Noah's a good purple belt. Watch out.
But yeah, you don't pursue back.
You know
to
what
the point.
Noah asks me all the time? When do I get my brown belt? No, I'm just kidding. He
No,
never
I was
said
gonna say, you
word
didn't
one.
say that.
No, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's the type of dude that's like, hey, I'm just going to sit around and tap everyone out. Maybe one day they'll give me a belt. Maybe they won't. Don't
Whatever.
care. I'm going to keep crushing it.
Yeah, and that's how. And
Keep tapping out Echo Charles.
Yeah, I know, bro. What's up?
Did you give him your brown belt once you got tapped out by him?
I wanted to. Actually, I think
You know
I
what's
might
cool?
have, yeah.
When you get tapped out by a lower belt, it's like, guess what? Jiu Jitsu works.
They should be able to wear your belt for the rest of the day.
For the rest of your life. No,
the
demote
day.
yourself. No, Jiu Jitsu works.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you do a Jiu Jitsu move against me, I'm going to tap out to it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way it works.
Yep.
You know, I might try the defense, but the Jiu Jitsu works.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we just saw Hodger Gracie against Buchech,
Yeah.
and people were a little bit freaked out. I was like, yeah, Jiu Jitsu works.
Yeah.
You know, you get that choke on. Buchech is an animal,
Yeah.
a savage.
Yes.
But get that gi collar sunk in choke. You got Hodger Gracie, X amount of times world champion. Can you imagine his grip strength? You rolled with him.
Yes.
Yeah. Grip strength. How was his grip strength?
It was really good, but and I'm not to go into a whole thing about Hodges' game, but he has this thing where this is weird if you don't know the depths of jiu-jitsu, but he has this feeling that he has all bases covered. So he's not necessarily, his game isn't to out hustle you, it's not to outspeed you, and it's not to outstrength you for sure. But it's like he has this whole base, like all his bases in the jiu-jitsu situation, they're all covered.
Yeah.
So he'll do this thing that, and he was trying to do it on Buchech, but Buchech is really, really good. He'll grab one sleeve with the opposite hand. He'll grab the elbow, and he'll just
pull.
From close guard, by the way, and he'll pull, and he'll just wind up on your back, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
All your little defenses, he's got those covered, no problem. And it's just this thing that it's like this eventuality that you have no defense for. That's how it feels. His whole game.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that he was able to bring that same game to someone like Buchecha.
Yep.
He was
because
like,
Buchech is a beast.
Yeah. He's
beast.
Dang, yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, that's how. Nonetheless, back to the point, don't pursue the belt. That's not the pursuit. Right. The pursuit is getting better. The belts will come. Yeah. When the belt comes, to Brandon's point, when the belt comes, that is nice. And to me, when you get your belt from your instructor, not from yourself.
Yeah.
When you get
you can't get a belt from yourself.
But if you're the guy who's getting mad, if you're the guy that's getting mad and because you think you should have got your belt, you're thinking you're getting your belt from yourself. That's what you're thinking.
In your head, yes.
Yes, exactly right. So forget that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready. Exactly. No, it's not up to you. It's not up to you. You can tap out all the black belts. It's still not up to you. It's up to your instructor. Anyway, when you get your purple belt, brown belt, black belt, bro, I would say this happens more times than not. If you're a blue belt, you're rolling, you're getting good, you're learning a lot. When you get a purple belt, that's going to empower you so much to be like, now my standard just mentally is higher now. I'm a purple belt now. That's my minimum standard right now.
Well, a purple belt is full on in the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
for sure.
You can't really be super casual and get a purple belt.
Right. I'm saying whether you're casual or not. Yeah. I'm saying it is empowering, and it is you're going to have a lot of pride with that.
Well, I wouldn't say empowering. I would say it puts you, it raises the bar on you.
Yeah.
Like once you're wearing a purple belt, you can't be, now you're like, I can't tap to these blue belts anymore. You might, but I'm saying.
Yeah, same thing. To me, tomato.
It raises the bar.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say it raises your standards?
Yeah, of rolling, like my own, basically exactly what you said.
Yeah,
like
the bar is raised.
Yeah, I got to represent.
Yes, you
know,
got to represent.
all this stuff. It's like, it comes with a sense of pride. So yes, it's a deal.
And that's why also, when you're a blue belt, enjoy being a blue belt. You can take more risks. You can get tapped out. Doesn't matter. Let it flow.
Yeah, let it flow. 100%. But yeah, when you get that belt, be happy, be prideful, post it on Facebook, and, thank your training partners, all that stuff. But don't just pursue the belt, man. It'll jam you up big time.